So hello guys, today in this video we are going to see JavaScript interview questions. So let's see the first question. Explain the difference between var, let and const. So um, first of all I would like to tell these are all the variables. So variables are nothing but the variables are containers for storing the data. So first let me explain what is meant by let me explain the difference between var, let and const. Var, it is a functional scope and it can be redeclared and it can be updated. Let and const or block scope. Let can be updated but it cannot be redeclared in the same scope. Const one cannot be updated and it cannot be redeclared. So let's go with the second question. So second question, what are closures in JavaScript? So closure is a function um, that access to its lexical scope even when the function is executed outside the scope. So first of all I would like to say what is meant by lexical scope. So lexical scope means inner function having access to the variables in their outer functions. Like inner function is having access to the variables in the outer function, but outer function cannot have access to the variables in the inner function. Only inner function can have access to the outer function. So this is what meant by lexical scope. So closure means that allows the variables even after the outer function has finished its execution. So this is what mean by closure in JavaScript. So let's go with the third question. What is hoisting in JavaScript? So um, hoisting means hoisting in JavaScript. It is the default behavior of moving all the declaration to the top of the scope, or top of the scope. Yes, top of the scope. Um, which variables declared with var are hoisted to the top, while let and const will also hoist, but until it is initialized it will remain in the temporary dead zone. Only where let and const, three of them can be hoisted, but let and const alone will remain in the temporarily dead zone, which may until it is initialized. After it is initialized it can be hoisted. This is what hoisting. Then what are promises in JavaScript? So promises means promise in JavaScript is an object which links between the producing code and consuming code. Producing code means it is a code that can take some time. It can say producing code will take some time. Consuming code is it will wait for the result. Consuming code. So in promise. Promise are three states, which is pending, fulfilled and rejected. So pending means the initial state is called as pending, which means the operation is still processing, but it is not completed yet. So this is a pending state. Next, fulfilled means resolved. The operation will be completed successfully, like the promise has resolved its value. So rejected means the operation is failed and the promise has some error. For error, it has some error. So it is what rejected. So in promise, once the promise is either resolved or rejected, that state becomes immutable. Immutable means which cannot be changed again. Once it is either resolved or rejected, the state cannot be changed again. So this is what called as promise. Next, what is the difference between null and undefined? So null means a value is assigned to the variable, like as some values assigned to the variable as the representation of the no value, like how to say means null means no values assigned to the variable, like no value or object, whatever, nothing is assigned to the variable is called as null. Undefined means a variable that can be declared but not assigned any value. It can be declared but it cannot be assigned.